Hey everybody, so today I'm going to show you how to make your very own Energizer bunny costume. So this costume, you're going to need a bunny costume from Target. Now this is $7. It comes with a bunny tail, but I did not show you on camera. You're also going to need some styrofoam bowls. I got from the dollar store for $2, I believe. You'll need two. You're going to need some plastic bottles in the shape of a battery. I just found these giant baby bottles for $2 each, and I got two of them, and I can just take the lid off. You're going to need a drum sort of look-alike box. I got this cardboard box from Dollarama for $3. We're just going to take the ribbon off. We don't need that. And next we're going to also use paintbrushes. You're going to need some construction paper, paints, glue guns, aluminum foil, and an example of a battery for your reference, and also some tape or glue, and also your Energizer logo. You're going to need 4 of those. So take your baby bottle first. You're going to take the lid off, and we're going to cut the tip off because we don't need it to be that pointy at the top. And we're just going to take scissors. Since this is very soft plastic, it is very easy to cut off. Now this project is definitely not a last minute kind of project, so and it does require some effort and time into this, but I think the overall would pay off. So you're going to take your aluminum foil, you're going to lay it flat on the ground, and place your bottle right in the middle. Now when I first did it, I placed it too much to the top, but you're just going to cut off a piece and place it exactly in the middle, and you're going to roll it like that. But first you're going to stick the side onto the aluminum foil so it stays in place. I'm just going to see I had to redo it since it was too low. So just roll that up, and then when you're done, cut off the extra, and then tape everything together. I'm using a tape adhesive for scrapbooking. Now just close the ends. It doesn't have to be so neat, you can just do it. Just press down, and then close the top. Alright, and now we're going to stick on the 2 logos, so we're just going to cut that out. You're going to need to leave some space at the top of your battery. I realized that my logo, when I first printed it out, was too big, so I used these for the drum. And I printed out 2 new ones that were smaller and gave me enough space so I can paint on top of the batteries. So as you can see, you don't want it to cover the entire battery, just leave a bit of space at the top. We're just going to glue that on with some tape adhesive. You can use liquid glue, glue stick, anything that can get the label on there nice and sticky. So we're just going to go ahead and do both of them. We're going to take our masking tape now, and we're going to cut it in half into 2 stripes. And we're going to wrap the stripes around the batteries, leaving a space in between. So then when we paint over it, we're going to have a black stripe just like the design on the battery. And now you're going to take your black paint. You can use any kind of acrylic paint you want. And take your paintbrush and just paint over it. I don't usually do tutorials, so I hope this one is okay, and I apologize I had to fast forward everything. The total footage took an hour, actually 2 hours of footage, so I had to speed things up quite a bit. So hopefully you guys get the gist of this tutorial. So next, take a masking tape, full piece of masking tape, and just leave a space between the logo and the masking tape so you can paint black. And as you can see, I'm just painting black over the logo and at the ends, just to match the designs of the real batteries. And so once you're done painting, you want to dry it or wait for it to dry. I use the hairdryer to just dry everything. And then you're going to take your masking tape off, and you can see you get a nice and clean edge, but sometimes it's not perfect. which is why we're going to actually take a black permanent marker and we're going to go over the lines again just to make it more prominent and more defining. So here I just took my Copic marker, which is a very expensive marker. You don't have to use that kind of quality marker. You can use a plain Sharpie marker. Anything that stays on aluminum foil will work. I'm just going to retrace the details that were lost when I took the masking tape off. And I also colored the top a bit as well since it was not perfect. And I did the bottom of the logo and the top just to crisp everything up. So next we're going to paint on the details on top of the battery. So just take your silver paint and your fine tip brush, very detailed fine tip brush, and you're just going to start painting the details on top, which is going to be a slash or a straight line and then a positive sign and two A's, two capital A's, which is sign for AA battery. And once it dries, you want to go over it again several times. If your paint is very old, it probably is going to be very liquidy, so just go over it a few times. And then clean up with a black marker, a black Sharpie, just to make sure your details are more standing out. So here, as you can see, I'm almost done. I just decided to cut off the tip of one of the batteries so it looks more like a battery, and we're going to cover the top of it at the end. So now we're going to glue the two batteries together after you've done the details to the top. You're going to use hot glue since it's going to secure much better, and you're going to tape the middle together. So I started to just put one strand of glue to the middle, but it was not enough, so I decided to put glue on top and at the bottom and also at the ends of the batteries, so then it would be nice and secure. So this is going to actually go on your back. You're going to need a string as well. So as you can see, I put tape on it as well, so it would be more secure. Just put as much as you can so it will not break. Don't put too much, it's going to bulk up and you don't want that. So taking a strap and string that you don't need to use, you're going to make a marking and then glue it across your batteries. And that is what you're going to use to tie on the back of your back. And as you can see, I made a knot at the end and I just glued it on a bit more and it seemed to just tie on fine. If you don't want to have the string stand out that much, you can use a less thin type of string, but this seemed to be more comfortable for me. So as you can see, it just goes on my back really nicely. Next, we're going to make the drum set. So we're going to take our box and we're going to glue the lid on and just secure it with masking tape since you don't want your lid of your drum to fall off randomly when you're walking around. And then take white construction paper and just trace along the sides and then use rulers to connect the dots so you can make a clean cut. I'm using X-Acto knife since it's quicker and my dog's here, so just excuse that. And then just make sure it fits. You can leave a bit of space since it's going to be on your belly, so you won't be able to see the back that's glued to your belly. So you're going to trace the bottom and the top and cut that out. My dog just decided to like sit in the middle of my set. And then cut the other one out. And then use your adhesive and just glue everything on nice and tight. And also glue the sides. So I noticed that this wasn't actually enough, so I decided to use masking tape to go all around it, just for extra security. So the drum is going to have your logo on it. It's going to have red stripes at the sides and also blue rims. So we're going to take our logo. I know this is kind of weird, dirty looking. It's because my dog started to lick it when I wasn't in my room. So I decided to redo that, but I just I didn't record that, so just don't mind that for now. But we're going to stick that on. Make sure that they are on the same sides when you rotate it. And then using red construction paper, you're going to cut out stripes, and we're going to glue them on diagonally on the sides of the drum. So it kind of looks like a toy drum. So we're going to glue that on one by one. And then when we're done, we're just going to cut the ends off since we don't need it to be that long. Alright, so we're just cutting the ends off. And now take your blue paints and just paint the rims, and then you can use construction paper for the sides of the drum and just cut stripes and then glue it all around the sides. I didn't actually record that, I don't know why, but at the end you'll see what it looks like. So now for the drumsticks, I had to use chopsticks since I couldn't find sticks. So I just took the styrofoam balls and I just stuck them on there, and they seem to stick on pretty well. I didn't actually glue it on. And then I took my red acrylic paint. Again, you can use any kind of brand of acrylic paint you want as long as it stays on there. And just go over a few coats so it looks like the wooden kind of newly painted wooden drumsticks, like the one you see in cartoons and all that. And now we're gonna actually just close the ends of our batteries. Take aluminum foil and just place a piece on there and use hot glue and hot glue sticks to glue it on. And yeah, we should be done. I also added a strap onto my drum. So here's everything put together. If you have a bunny costume, you can wear that as well instead of a pink sweater. But anyways, this is everything put together and I really liked it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a safe and happy Halloween. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.